Hello, I'm John Proxy on the channel John of the West.
I'm Explodey.
And we are about to begin a Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater adventure.
Where does it take place?
It takes place in 1964. I'm glad you asked that. It's about, if you didn't know, it's about the Virtuous mission and Operation Snake Eater.
It's nice that they've got them both together. Twins. Yeah. Like almost two snakes. Maybe like twin snakes.
Like twin snakes. I was trying to do something with my arms. People can't see that at home. 1964, Virtuous mission and Operation Snake Eater. The origin of the Metal Gear series began in 1964 at the height of the Cold War. Naked Snake the Man, who would later become the legendary soldier known as Big Boss Heads, into Soviet territory to help the scientist Sokolov defect to the West. However, the mission ends in failure when Snake's mentor, a female soldier known as the Boss, unexpectedly defects to the Soviet Union. Thank you for the spoilers. The fate of the world hanging in the balance, Snake is forced to question the true meaning of Christmas and loyalty as he embarks on a lone mission to kill his former mentor. So,
sounds like quite the mission.
It does. Why do you suppose those dashes exist in that sentence up there?
I have no idea.
It say boss heads? Yeah, and snake them. And that's a bit of a spoiler, but I guess that happens right at the start of the game, right?
Yes.
Because I wouldn't know. I've not played. I played about an hour.
Well,
so
I'm not sure if it does actually. To be fair.
All right, let's. Well, it's just told us, and I've just told everyone at home. So I'm gonna press A. That's the start game button. We are on an Xbox.
Xbox. What does an Xbox come in?
Xbox.
Yes. Because it's funny and never gets old.
There's Konami there.
Thanks, Kabami.
Yes, otherwise known as the Bastards.
They're bastards.
Because they're a bunch of fuckfaces.
They are.
Who took away our futures.
They did. They destroyed our futures from the inside out.
Like I don't know, rats.
Surgeon.
There should be a Surgeon General warning. I'm sure there might be a Surgeon General in one of these games as one of the villains.
It's a different colour.
Oh yes, what you were saying.
I think if you press different directional buttons or something, it changes the colour in the background.
Okay.
You have to press something.
I can move it. Oh no, I can't. Hang on.
You are a little bit. Oh,
ooh,
it changed. Ooh, colours.
Green, blue, green. We could just be on this all day. Cream and purple. There we go. Well, that's very exciting. I don't even think we need to play. We are successfully recording this time.
Success.
And
in your face.
We'll have to work in some of the things you said. We could also play Metal Gear or Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake if we really wanted to. I'm not going to because I'm not entirely sure how you leave those games, and I don't want to start this. If you remember at the start of Metal Gear Solid 2, there was quite a lot of faff, so let's just press new game, shall we?
Let's go for it.
So I'm playing the MGS series for the first time. I like MGS 1, I like MGS 2, or I like MGS 3.
I think they want us to go for the second one, like MGS 2.
Really? How?
Because they would assume that you haven't played the third one before, so you'd be like, well, I like MGS 2.
Okay.
So I should play this. I get a feeling if this is difficulty setting, we might not want it to be on the hardest from the beginning.
Okay, I wish, there's no way of knowing. So how very could you... But this is the difficulty setting.
Oh. Well, there we go. I don't know what that could possibly affect. Maybe he just wants to know.
Yeah, maybe this will get sent to Kojima's
Well, I like it, Metal Gear Solid 3. Do you?
I don't know, I've not played it. So
there you go, you're the one who's going to play the majority of it. So.
But I like that your logic of, well, we've not played it, so... And I guess gameplay-wise, 2 was probably better than 1, the actual physical gameplay.
Yeah.
So...
Once you get your head round it.
Alright, we'll play on normal, that's what we've been doing. We're going to try not to be elephants.
Don't think you'll be in a position this time where you can run away and basically scum away enemies in this one.
Well,
After
I
the
think
end
because
of
it's
World
made
War
better.
II,
Oh.
the world was split into two,
Two.
East and West. This marked the beginning
Crap
of the
battle.
era called the Cold War.
Charlie... Right. Well, that's Metal Gear... Oh, it's still going. you hear the sound of someone cracking open a beer, that's actually somebody doing an amazing impression of someone cracking open a beer.
That was amazing. That second one was so good though.
But yeah. There's Brian Cummings, Jim Ward. We know some of these names.
Jim Piddock. He's a great guy. Comes from a long line of Piddocks.
There's the Foxhound symbol.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
Enemy
20 minutes to
sighted.
drop off.
Commencing internal
I don't think of the
depressurization.
line that I'm going to say all the way through this. Jaguar.
Parachute.
There you go.
All right.
That's good.
But what's that mean,
go.
Luke?
Drop zone still showing
I know what I
major
know.
mass.
It's a brilliant piece of apparatus.
Good.
Ah.
We've got high visibility.
I hope
You've
that
got a
that
British
guy's.
person. You're very British.
I hope that guy's got a David Bowie-esque name. And I hope that becomes like a weird theme for our future Metal Gears.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector.
So is this meant to trick us into thinking that you got
Put on your
riding?
mask.
Yeah. So it's HD, but it's still.
Does this panty waist know what he's doing?
I mean, it shines up pretty well, to be fair.
Yeah, it does. That plane looks really nice. It's just
Approaching
hell.
release speed.
Well, I still to today.
10 minutes to drop off.
You have
Hey,
a great game with
are you
crappy
deaf?
looking hair in it.
He said put out the
When I got
cigar,
my
put on
new
your
PC,
mask.
I immediately bought the newest Tomb Raider, and then I couldn't turn on the hair effects because it's too good from a PC. I was really annoyed. I was like, oh. The controller is shaking. That's how good that cigar was. Yeah, that is.
Depressurization complete.
That's obviously
Checking
supposed to be
oxygen
reminiscent.
supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
But you're the expert.
Well, I played it twice over the course of about 10 years.
Oh,
So
so
it wouldn't
you-
necessarily make me an expert.
You're
but
the
I-
expert on 4.
I know 4 inside out. Well,
Okay,
I
so-
did.
Sunrise.
What we do is we switch every time we die.
Yeah. Music. They move away from
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius.
the kind of
2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
Well, a bit Rambo-esque.
Well, I threw James Bond even, maybe.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the
Well, I'm
windshield.
getting that from the British.
1 minute to
bloke,
drop off. Move to the rear.
Oh yeah, well, it's definitely
This
ominous
is
too.
one for the history books.
Because-
The world's first Halo jump.
But how do you know it was Halo Jump?
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by.
Like, or maybe he's going to go the world's first.
Status
Glingly
okay.
glingly. I think that name's going to catch on.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4.
Well, this is the first game which has had other people
Spread
in the
your
cutscene.
wings and
Well, I suppose
fly.
Metal Gear 1 did, but they're all 2D pictures.
Oh, I followed off the page.
And this is why I could never be a paladin, because I would have gently like let myself down, even though that makes no
Sit on the
sense.
edge.
Yeah.
Cool off. I might make a difference, that extra foot.
Hideo Kojima.
Oh, Hideo.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the
Yeah.
CIA has finally given us the green light for the Virtuous mission.
Virtual mission.
No, the Virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau.
Yeah, he thinks I'm never
Soviets'
going to be able to
top-secret
remember.
weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same.
Not rocket science.
On April the 12th, 1961,
I like that they use the same
Soviets
style, but they
achieved
put a
the
filter
first
over
manned
it so it looks
space
older.
flight
Yeah.
in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken.
Don't know what
The
that's a
rocket that
reference
carried
to.
Yuri Gagarin
Yeah, it
to
sounds
orbit
like
was the
the first
A01,
Russian
known
guy
as the
in space.
Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket.
People do say that about him.
After Gagarin's flight,
Never to
Sokolov
space.
left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his
I
own
think Metal Gear
creation.
1 and 2 had the same scientist
Afraid.
defection story.
Call
as
it
well.
a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west.
This
He
video
used
of
a mole
people's
to get
family
the
not
family
being
out
safely taken
first,
to the
and
west.
succeeded in sneaking Sokolov
And a
over
fence.
the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards.
Yes.
I was the one who conducted the operation.
By the way,
The
that's what I'm
security on
telling
the
you.
eastern side
Yes.
was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece.
Does
but the
he?
whole ordeal
He's in
left
one
him
piece as
exhausted,
well.
And we checked him into
Sokolov?
hospital in West
Yeah.
Berlin.
Does he have eye lasers?
It took him 2 weeks
Not
and more
sure.
than 600 miles to get from the
Oh, I
research
don't want any
facility in the
spoilers.
Soviet
Yeah.
Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban
Newspapers.
Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the
I don't
missiles.
know anything about
At
Japanese
the same
history
time, he
around this
announced a
time. You must
naval
have
blockade
loads
to
of
prevent
research.
further
for
missile
this.
shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying
So
missiles
he's just trying to do a mission and he's telling him like a
Cuba.
10-year...
US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the
I don't remember
UN's
any of this.
Emergency Security Council
That's
and
'cause you weren't
international
alive.
channels to end the hair-trigger standoff.
Of course.
Yeah.
Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust.
Oh, good.
But in order to
Yeah.
get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No.
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time.
I think I might know what he
To
was
either
working
give up
on.
Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand.
He's a clown.
The next day, I got Sokolov out
Khrushchev?
of the hospital.
Yeah,
handed
Khrushchev
him
the
over
clown.
to agents on the eastern side.
I don't know
Sokolov
what your
kept on
reference is,
screaming,
but I'll
"Save
pretend
me,"
I am.
until he
The
disappeared
Simpsons.
from my sight.
Krostovsky.
That's terrible.
Then a month
Is
ago,
that actually his
we
name?
received some
Yeah,
new
he's called
information from one of our
Krostovsky the clown.
models.
That's his full
Oh,
name.
fair enough.
About Sokolov?
He's Jewish.
What's a
Yes.
Jewish?
He was taken back to the
He's a
research
bit like a
facility and
Jew,
forced to
but not
continue
always.
working
He's
on
Jewish.
the work in question
Partially.
under KGB supervision.
I know that
What's
word.
more, it's on the verge.
Supervision.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at
There's quite a lot for the start of a game.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yatsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
Right there.
Yeah.
The Virgin Cliffs.
I've been there many
Nice name
times.
for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Right, so that's pretty simple.
Yeah.
We're going to ignore everything I read at the start because that's kind of spoilerish. Yeah, I was worried about that then. But we're not Snake, we're this dude.
We are.
And finally we don't come from underwater. They come from the sky. Maybe we can surf on a crocodile.
Oh yeah. That is a sauerkraut.
Listen up, Jack. Your
My
mission
bumper.
is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
Sorry.
Okay. Why do I have this shadow crossing on my screen?
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
Right.
That right trigger's going to come up a lot, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Once we've confirmed the rescue of
this is great
Sokolov,
that
stand
you
by at the
say-
recovery point. A recovery
Obviously
balloon
the
will be
steps
dropped at
here.
that point. Helium will be pumped
box
into the
on it.
balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes.
So I stopped listening to him. Was he
Once
saying
it's
important
complete,
stuff?
the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proof.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talon?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Yes. Yes, they will.
Well,
We call that a computer. It's only this, like, the 60s. It wasn't that long ago, John.
only 50 years ago.
You lie, the 90s was only a decade ago. The numbers are 10 years out of date. 15 years even. Was that all my important stuff?
Yeah.
Right, I appear to be some sort of crab man.
Crab man.
Oh, is that a reference to, like, the landing and, yeah, the bzzzt. With the cloak. Because we didn't get to see it, and the name of the game will come up now. Nah, maybe. Well, whatever. This is gonna be. I don't need that anymore.
It's too cool.
And I've got to hunt monkeys that have lights on their heads. I just remembered who. Oh no, that's Jack. Who's Jack? Is that David Hayter's voice?
People hate Jack.
Do they?
What's Kojima doing?
Yeah. Why would you be Jack? I don't remember this bit at all, by the way. I don't remember Jack. Wow, okay. I have no radar. I have 4 little dots underneath my... Sorry, it's 4 bars underneath my name.
Yep.
I'm in olive drab.
That's what they say about you.
Well, they don't say that about me. I wear goddamn luminous purple and white today. Right, should I go forwards?
You should have a good look round.
Okay, I'm getting used to buttons. I will give it back to Luke because we are going to pass back and forth more than we did in the last game. But I need to figure out the hell I'm doing. That's punch. That's another punch. Oh yeah. Ooh. Don't bite down on that tooth.
I say, mate.
That's a calorie, mate. A balanced nutrition food. Alright. Okay, the percentage meter seems to change depending on where I am if I go down to the ground. Right, I'm assuming that that's my stealth. That's
It
how
is
well
indeed.
people can see me. Alright, I'm just gonna get to grips with this entire concept.
Frog in that area. I can hear it. There's frogs hidden
Why do I
in every area.
care about...
Do you copy? You're
I
already in
can't remember.
enemy territory. Somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
snake.
Oh, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. Oh, and Snake.
Yeah,
The crew isn't watching anymore. You can take off the disguise now.
good idea.
Yes, can zoom.
Isn't right. Time for the snake to shed his skin.
Right, is this what I think it's going to be? It is. He's got a weird riding mask. Yeah, he gets him introduced. Oh, are we going to get the name of the game now?
Oh, I like leaves. I'll wash my face in leaves.
So Jack's his real name?
No.
Oh. Just the previous code name.
You've got to walk to the side and press his ear button
Can you
again.
hear me, Major Tom? This is Snake. Kept you waiting, huh?
This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality.
He's from Exeter.
In other words, weapons and equipment are procure on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great.
But I'm not
Now
naked.
I see why you asked me if I liked
Should I get
snakes.
naked?
I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your
Oh,
backpack.
frogs.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
about
there's
the
secret hidden
backpack.
frogs that you
I
can't
lost
eat.
it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No
Get some
problem.
cheese on the
I
way
can see
down.
it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button.
I hope that's the A button.
I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I
There's
need to
always
talk
that.
to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Right,
Your backpack back. Your backpack back,
Jack.
Jack.
And don't you come back until you've got it. Right, you said something about a frog.
If you listen, you can sometimes hear it. That means there's a secret thing in the area,
I don't have,
hidden somewhere.
I don't have a gun yet.
No.
Alright, let's get my backpack.
Back. Back.
Can't we say
He said he could see it, so.
slack? I successfully went under a tree. Oh, there it is. I do distinctly remember not being able to figure out how to get up this tree. How do I get up this tree?
Press the action button.
What is the action button?
Try them all.
Right. It's this tree, right?
Yeah.
It's A. Surely it's A.
For B? And the top one? Or...
I still have to run into it. Okay. It was the top one.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Successfully got a bag. Papa's got a brand new bag. I'll let Luke have a go soon.
I
Sorry,
see you've
where are you?
retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the
There's
enter
a lot
button.
more micromanaging in
For
this
other
one,
equipped
but I
items,
didn't
just
mind
do
it
the
so
same
much
thing
because
from
it's kind of
item.
fun. You get to get
Got
it
it.
perfect.
Use
kind
the
of thing.
survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission.
This
After
Most
you've been out in the
missions.
field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly.
is very alien.
Keep an
to
eye
me,
on your
by the way.
stamina so you don't run out. To
don't
recover
know too
lost
was
stamina,
to you,
you can
but
hunt for local
was quite a bit.
flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun.
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too.
That's
You're not allowed to
Your
shit
presence in
bullets.
enemy
Yeah.
territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident.
I'll
Can't
practice
let
my
anyone see
accent.
you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word.
I guess
There'll
so.
be no rescue if you're captured. The
Well,
military
not
and
every
US
sense of the
government will
word,
deny
surely.
any
Yeah, it's not
involvement
a
in the
dead
affair.
man.
Then I'll just have to
Dead
take
man.
care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It will send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in
Sneak
my
it off
tooth
your
before
body
the
again.
mission?
Nom nom nom.
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
That sounds
I'll
terrifying.
keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission,
I don't
right?
think I ever used
Right.
that.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This
Can
time,
you do it in like 10
survival
minutes?
is of
Can
utmost
I?
importance. The first
Wanna
member of
play
the
a little?
support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with
Why
me.
don't I know the members
She-
of Fox?
Hello,
A
Snake.
woman.
I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency,
Well, she give
140.96.
interesting bits of
So
advice when I
saving
try to
lets
do
me
so.
record my mission
Like
data.
they ring.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes,
Good people.
you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let
Lots
me
of
hear your
unknowns.
voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top-secret mission.
We should have had a lot of these
You didn't need
conversations
me
before.
anymore.
But there were
Before I
still
fell
so
out
many
of the sky
things I
and
wanted you
vanished.
to teach me.
No. I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques.
CQC.
I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body,
What
and
we need is
technique.
sort of simulation.
And the
we
only
can
thing
put
you
in
can
for
learn
it.
from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit.
In fact,
Spirit and
spirit
body
doesn't
are
even
like
matter.
two sides of a
It really
single
needs
coin. They're the same
CQ.
thing. I can't teach you how to think.
CQ.
You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having
No,
personal feelings
I
about
probably
your
didn't do much.
comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission.
This is
He
quite
has
heavy
no
for right at the
enemies
start
and
of
no
the game.
friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever.
And
Once
that
their
we replace
terms
with
are up,
robots or something.
others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit. A group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember.
Some Green Berets
After all, this is your
Kojima
first
before they
actual
did.
survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Right, don't forget that.
No.
Do I get to play now?
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Is it just lots of X?
I think he's just going to talk about CQC for a while.
At least I know where that...
Commencing Virtuous mission now.
Oh. Yay! Woo!
Commence.
Alright, sorry, I was looking the other way. To make sure. Just, let's, we're commencing. Where did that come from? Oh, yeah, the back. Ooh, I've got a gun out.
Yeah, I'd keep it away for the time being. You're going to need as many bullets as you can, and you can kill animals with your knife quite easily.
Can I just have the knife out?
Yeah, I think so. And you got the mic.
Just the knife will do.
Yeah, snake on the floor.
Alright, so press X, LS button. Just hang on. So I can stab. Or... Right.
And you can do that on the ground as well, if I remember correctly.
That's where I came from.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a snake.
Right, I got a snake.
Food goes off, just so you know.
Okay, so I go into menu. I'm supposed to do stuff. Backpack.
At the moment, you won't have too much to fiddle with, but
So I've got calorie mate. That won't go off, presumably.
yeah.
This will go off at some point. So do I put it in my bags or do I eat it from here?
I think you can eat it from there.
There's
But
no point.
different. What some foods can poison you, and you won't know until you've tried it at least once.
Okay. There's no point in eating it now. And not all of these are in my backpack. Or they are all in my backpack? Hang on. He told me to go into my... These are all in my backpack. Okay.
Yeah.
Why would I take them out, my backpack?
Just if there's stuff you don't use. Like that noise thing, you might not want to use it later, so you stuff it back away so it's not in the way.
Right, fair enough, yeah. I guess, yeah, no, that sounds useful actually, because in certain boss fights when you go clunk, 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 clunk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay, that makes sense. And I've seen this, so I can put on my mask if I,
if you really want
if I
to.
really want to.
As you can see, there's a +5 on the old woodland camo.
I could have blackface if I really want. Alright, so yeah, I see. So he wants me to have woodland. And I didn't start that, did I? I started with splitter. So, yeah, already improving my chances. Let's put some tiger leaf on. So I want to change this every time I go into a new area, presumably.
Yeah, you can change it now and then. I mean, generally, so you're gonna. It's gonna be better for you when you're in grass and stuff. That will always make you hidden more, so you can get it up to 100%. You don't necessarily have to ever have it at 100 when you're running around, because going into standing next to a tree or whatever will.
How's he doing this?
Camo, infinite camo.
Oh, I can look. I am kind of stealthy. Is that an effect?
That isn't an effect. It's just good colours.
Oh, well, there must be some technology that actually does know if I'm going to blend in well to the background or not. Because that's canny.
That's where it gets good as well, because you will change different terrains.
Right, let's go to the swampland.
Good old Dramucci.
I like it's not Japanese anymore. It's Russian.
Ruskies. Oh, balls.
Right, I'll let Luke deal with that.
What's that strange noise?
Let's go forwards. Oh, we should have got him to turn his phone off, but...
I'm not a road.
Okay, so I have no idea what's going on. Luke knows this a lot better than I do. I'm not used to camera movement for a start. And like, I can sort of shift it around for better angles if I really want. So we can see there's a crocodile. Do I want to kill that crocodile? There's a bunch of crocodiles.
Do you think you could kill a crocodile with a knife?
I might be able to with a tranquilizer gun.
You might be able to.
I'm thinking.
You're going to have to be careful. I'd probably go around the outside.
Yeah, I feel like I should have. Might have died.
Yeah.
Snake is dead.
Snake! What's your status? Snake! Snake!
Do you mind if I have one more go before
Go for it.
pressing it? Okay. So, like, that was rite of passage, right? That was...
Yeah. Well, think about it in one way. If you go around the outside, it's always going to be shallower.
Yes, I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense.
But you can get across, I think, if you don't change direction. I think if you went straight to it, you might have got across. But I'm not entirely sure.
So now I stand out again.
And there's something in the ground there, a little box.
Produce. Just somebody left that in the jungle.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh. Oh, looks like you can kill them with one. Just poke them in the eyeball. Is there a look around button like there was before?
There is this. So it's different now.
Is there a looking first person view?
Oh, that didn't work out then. Got a cognitive now. I don't know why it's not working anymore. I was doing really...
Are you just seeing plants? Or are you actually hitting the crocodile? Maybe you should leave that one alone.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat some crocodile. So I'm just warming up to the game. Indian Gavile. Right. Moderate stamina recovery.
At least you know what that does now.
Alright, so have I got like a health meter and a hunger meter?
Yeah.
How do I get my health up?
Different foods you won't find out until you've tasted them.
Okay, giant anaconda.
I think calorie mate gives you stamina as well.
Snake eater. So, hang on, so now it will say was tasty, but I need my...
I want more.
Am I supposed to leave this before it takes effect, or...?
It's going back up slowly anyway. That might be. Oh, I think your health will go up as long as your stamina's full.
Oh, I see. So I'm going to waste a load of food then.
That's right, you're going to get more. I just leave the crocodiles alone, John. You don't have to kill them all.
I don't have to. Oh, and I can turn the camera.
Yeah, it will be forced perspective at some points, but most of the way through the game you'll be able to change the camera. You see that hornet's nest?
No. Oh, no.
There's one in the tree above the crocodile.
I see. I could shoot that. Is there a reason I'd want to?
I can't remember. I just remember it doing something. Right.
Nope. So I'm just remembering the controls. Right. Let's go get it. Ointment.
That would do better for some of your wounds. Stop bleeding. You've got to fix bones and stuff like that.
Okay, it's all very new.
And yeah, you'll have wounds that bleed. You've got to stop the bleedings.
But no Linkin Park wounds.
No.
Because those wounds, they will not heal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's right.
I'm crawling. I'm moving. Right. I don't know why that's become like a consistent joke over these things. I don't even like Linkin Park. It's not like I own that album or anything. There's a rookie's eyes. I like that his secret inside, like he's got a literal thing now. Wouldn't it work better if you took away... Oh, hang on.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
This is a massive waste of KGB time.
And grenades.
Kinda wish you gave me weapons.
At least you start off straight away with your
Your
track.
presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well
I like that
you
they
use
feel
your
like,
camouflage.
just don't get, please don't
Change your
kill people, Snake.
camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more
Why did
effectively.
you need to disguise his face?
Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the
With a
jungle.
mask on.
If you
Yeah, I
just
think that's
stand
just
up
the
and
way
run
people
around
are-
like
oh,
an
no,
idiot,
yeah, too.
you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature.
Is the naked option just in case I
Keep
go
that
into
in mind
bars
as you
or
go
something?
along, okay?
It's very good considering it's the 60s. Alright, because I'm in a new area, I'm going to change the camouflage. Oh yeah, my health's gone up a bit. So...
You might not need to change it yet.
Leaf is plus 10.
Okay.
So I go like that. But it might be because I was literally standing in leaves. Alright, where are the dudes? Is there like a...
They're that way, straight ahead of you.
Alright. Ah. Bug juice. So when do I get my codec?
That is your codec.
The bird, luckily didn't alert him or anything. Am I going the right way?
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to pass it to look very soon. There's a tree to climb. Do I want to climb that tree? It's a climbable tree. I'm going to say again climb the tree and then let Luke have a go. Oh, hang on. Maybe I should squat. I'm not on grass, so I don't have any stealth anymore.
That's right, you'll get more used to doing the camo for the general areas anyway.
Saving the game, Snake?
You end up topping up your camo, is generally how it goes about.
I see, yes. Rather than getting paranoid about every single...
Changing every time the colour changes on the ground, you It increases the
you ever
time
heard of Godzilla
you play the
King of
game,
Monsters?
that's for sure. But
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear
That's
test,
cool,
huh?
see?
Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
Nudge, nudge.
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait
I
4
kinda
years,
wish.
you might be able to see it in America,
there
too.
you go.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
Oh.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type,
And of course,
are you?
Godzilla
Not really.
advertised having a main character
I'll tell
and
you everything I
then
know.
had a completely different
When
actor
the
for the
going
rest of
gets
the
tough,
series.
movies can save your
film.
life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well,
I was going to pass it to
I
you,
guess it
but
might at least make a nice distraction.
after I climb that tree.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
Seriously debating getting a burger.
I
Might stop debating soon though.
who
Climb
you-
that tree.
Yeah, we've got to climb the tree.
You totally climbed that tree.
Do I?
Some fruit.
Yeah, do I shoot the fruit?
You can just jump out of the tree.
But that's totally gettable fruit if I could. Alright, I'm just going to sort of run into the situation and then see what happens.
You don't want to get elephant, John.
No. So I was curious. Alright, I just saying, I literally just saying.
I know, but we'll still get elephant. I bet it saves like the actual like system data or something.
They seem to have lost me. Tactically move away from the person who's not moving. Trying to suicide. That's interesting. No, I'm not answering the call. I'm trying to suicide. We're not gonna get elephant. Alright. Okay.
Very nice. Kick his
So
ass.
you can't just run on. I get that. I tell you what, I'm going to pass it to Luke. He's going to show me how it's done. I know how it's done, but he's going to show me how it's done.
Right, now I'm going to get used to the buttons.
Yeah. We're in Tiger Stripe, so I don't know. Yeah. It set me back. The one bloke I managed to pass has not been passed anymore.
That's right. It says we can't be seen, doesn't mean we can't knock them out, surely. Because I thought it changes whether your thing if you actually kill people. Then again, running up that stairs in Metal Gear 1, you had to kill a ton of them.
I don't think. Well, it's heavily implied that right now you shouldn't be killing people, but maybe later on in the game.
Okay.
Who's that?
Oh, well, I went and had a go at you, and then I messed it up on the first guy. So.
Because I think we should really try and not.
Kill people?
Yeah, but I don't know how to load games.
Quit out, I expect.
Because we've
There's only
started.
2 people in this area. We managed to. Well, it was 3 when you were learning.
Just keep that grenade in the grenade tree. Are we keeping this then?
I don't know. Up to you.
I say throw it away, just for the time being. Just because I know the game, there's a dividing point, right? There's an initial chapter and then a next bit.
Yeah.
So maybe, like for the. There's no
Press the
loading.
magic button.
I don't know what the magic button is, if there is one. That just takes us to the Xbox screen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to quit the entire game, though.
It is going to quit the entire game.
Alright, quit the entire game.
How do I quit from here?
You press go, you go to home, it'll close it. Because these were in the olden days when you couldn't alt tab out of games.
Oh, yeah.
We've only got 5 minutes left in this video, right?
Right, let's get back into it quickly. And then I won't rush that guy. I have a hard time not shooting people. We've got a tranquilizer gun.
We do have a tranquilizer gun. I felt like the implication was we shouldn't be doing anything like that. And we should just be trying to walk past people.
Okay, I'll try a bit harder.
I did make you do all of the last game. So. And I am notoriously impatient when it comes to this sort of thing. So the idea that I'm the calm one now. It's like we've had our own paths of growth.
True. There's something I want to tell you about the game that I can't.
We have to get past the first.
It's one of my favourite parts of it, and I can't tell you it because I can't.
I had to wait, like you took 3 weeks off as well, by the way, 3 individual weeks or something. So I had to wait, 8 weeks before you found out that Otacon had a relationship with Emma's mum. I had to keep that in for all that time.
Okay, in that case, I will try and keep from saying it because it would ruin it anyway. So,
and not to mention all the hilarious wall-breaking moments. But it was. I don't know why it wasn't the game breaking that everyone finds really famous. But it's definitely the Otacon torture that I thought was hilarious and it should be. It's giving you the better camera as well. So yeah, he will completely pass. In a while, it'll take a bit. Well, and as soon as we get to the next screen, right, that's when we can save and we'll let everyone go, and then you can get your burger.
Le burger? I feel like being a fatty.
Well, you saw me. I had a massive.
That was a big old bowl of food. It looked good though.
Yeah, so it's a bit mean that I had that in front of you. And I made you watch loads of videos without having your food. So yeah, there's nothing up that tree. You might see a tree. I don't recommend going for the tree. There might be lemons. But so the gimmick of this game is you have to crawl everywhere.
Pretty much. No, because you can stand against walls and not be seen. I mean, it takes it to another degree in the next one. At least in 4, you can quit and restart the section and keep it perfect if you want to.
That's nice.
By just reloading straight from there. I mean, yeah, it's like scum saving, but it doesn't matter so much considering.
Well, it's different for different games. You're not going to go to that tree with the grenade in, or.
So this is the best I'm getting. No, because the soldier's walking towards it.
Fair enough. Oh yeah, I see you're quite good at your crawling now. I guess that makes sense. There's a little hole there. Do shadows work as well? Do you need to be wearing black?
Oh. How'd you get your knife out? How'd you knife?
X. Left. Okay. Cool. Got some mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
Can you eat all the mushrooms or does it change into a different game? I think we're going
look around.
Oh.
I'm just taking a quick peek.
You got binoculars as well.
You can crawl backwards. I didn't start spazzing out like he did in the other two.
Have you played Witcher?
Not yet, no.
I think they've fixed the controls now, but like swimming, if you try and swim left, you'll flip backwards, and you go, no, I don't want to turn around. What are you doing?
Oh,
I thought, yeah. Oh crap! But you got 80. You gotta come towards him to get one.
Guess I'm seeing things.
Oh my word! It's 80 though. That's really big. How close can they get?
Who's that?
Ah!
You might be able to get off screen. Does that count?
That's going to count towards the elephant, but
The elephant bat.
the elephant butt.
Alright.
Oh, that's just your screen.
It is an hour. I think we should let people go.
Okay.
But I'm curious to see how this alert works.
What the?
Hide in front of him. It's interesting. All the writing is Russian.
Huh? He's over there? I see him. Ah!
Oh, I think you should do that last area, and then
Right.
we need to get it perfect. I'm just going to jump through these people.
Oh, can we jump off the bridge?
You want to fall to the death?
Yeah.
Oh, teleported to the centre of the bridge before falling.
Is he going to start on the wrong screen now?
You can always reload the bridge.
Snake, what happened? Talk to me.
Well, I've been at John Proxy from John West.
It's been exploding.
And we've been having a Metal Gear Solid 3
Text adventure.
Snake Eater adventure.
Oh.
And we see you guys next time. To Snake,
Snake in Iodadad. What's happening? What's happening to the screen? Is it going Russian?
Right, should I do that off screen or will you record me doing that again? So it's going to be a time paradox. It is going to be a time paradox. I picked it out before we finished.